Hi everyone, I'm here to do my In My Mailbox vlog for this week. In My Mailbox is hosted by Christy over at Story Siren, where we show what we got this week. I got a couple of books for review. I got a book that I sorta won, and I got an Amazon order in this week, so let's get started. First up, I got 3 books of Netgalley. The first book that I got is actually a sort of bind-up of book 3 and 4 in the Artemis Fowl series. I have yet to read the first one, but I've got that one on my Kindle as well. So I'll be reading that really soon because I'm really curious about the series. The next book I got is Shift by Kim Curran. Doesn't have a cover on my Kindle, but it's a book about a guy who is able to kind of undo his decisions. He can shift, so if he decides to go one way and he ends up like killing someone or something, he can undo that and take the other way, but he has to face the consequences. Sounds really interesting, so I'm really looking forward to reading that. And the last book I got of Netgalley is The Golden Flute by Lanigan, which is the first book in the adventures of Lili and Zane. It sounds more like a middle grade than a YA, but it sounded really interesting, so I'm looking forward to reading this one as well. Then I have a book that I sort of won on Twitter. LA Weatherly was asking if there were people who spoke Dutch or German, and I replied, and she sent me a copy of Angel Fire, which is the second book in the series. I've yet to read the first one, but I've had this one on my list for a really long time, so I'm very excited that I now have a signed edition. She signed it for me, which is really awesome. I love signed books because I don't really get that many signed books, so it makes it extra awesome. I will be picking up the first book I think this weekend because I really want to read this, and the first book of course. So yeah, big thank you to LA Weatherly for sending me this one. Then I got an Amazon order in with a couple of books that I really want to read. I only realized when I opened the box that I only bought books that were part of a series. And I'm already reading like a ton of them, so I really should read some standalone. So if you have any suggestions for good standalone books, leave them in the comments below, because I really need to step away from all these series because it's getting ridiculous. I counted them last week, and let's just say there are way too many of them. But anyway, here are the books that I got in my Amazon order. First up, I got Tempest by Julie Cross, and I got the hardcover because it was only £4.50, which is really cheap, so I got the hardcover instead of a paperback edition. This is a time travel novel, and I don't know barely too much about it, but I know that Amber loved it, and she recommended I read it. So I picked it up. It's a debut for 2012 as well, so I'll be adding that one to my debut author challenge reading list, which is a really long term. But yeah, I'm very excited to start reading this one. I'll show you what it looks like under the cover. It's just black, and then this is like a purpley font. It's really pretty though, the hardcover. I really like the cover. The next book is a book that I've been wanting to pick up for a really long time, but because I didn't hear anyone in the blogosphere talk about this series, I wasn't sure if I wanted to read it. But the first book is written by Riordan, so it wasn't a no-brainer really. I got the first book in the 39 Clues series. I got The Maze of Bones, written by Riordan. This is a series written by several different authors. The first series has 11 books, and there are 2 or 3 spin-offs. It's really tiny. It's only 200 pages or so, but I really like that. There are cards underneath this flap. I haven't opened it yet, so I can't show you. But if I understand it correctly, you have to read the books and then take out the cards and try to solve the clues yourself. It sounds really cool. But I'm really interested to see what this is about. I haven't heard that much about the series, so I really hope I like it. But I'll let you know what I think when I finish reading it. I'll make sure to do a video review of that one. And yeah, next is a book that I hadn't heard a thing about, but I saw it in Fleur de Force's book haul video that she did a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And then I saw it on Amazon for £3, so I bought it. I bought Noughts and Crosses by Malorie Blackman. I believe this is about a really rich black girl and a lower class white guy, and they kind of fall in love, but they can't because it's a really big taboo and they should stay away from each other. It sounded really interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's about, because I asked on Twitter if anyone had read it, and I got a ton of responses saying people loved it. So I picked it up. It was only £3. It was really cheap, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Let me know if you want a review on this one when I finish reading it, because I hadn't heard a thing about this one, so maybe other people don't know this book either. So yeah, I'm really sorry about my rambling in between the books that I talk about, but I just can't help myself today. I have no clue what's going on, but I ramble, so sorry. The next book I got is the third book in the Strange Angels series. I got Jealousy by Lili St. Croix. I read the first one. I really liked it. I haven't read the second one yet, which I got in my previous Amazon order. But I wanted to have the third one anyway because I love the first one. So I think I want to read those back to back. There are 5 books in the series. And yeah, I have only read the first one. But it's one of those series that I think I will love because I read the first one. I liked it, and then order all the other books just to make sure I can read them. The next 2 books are adult books. The first one is Rogue by Rachel Vincent, which is the second book in her Shifter series. I read the first book in the week that I got it in, and I really enjoyed it, even though there were some cringe-worthy moments in it. But I bought the second book because I want to continue the series. And when you compare it to the other book, this one is really tiny. It's 300 something pages, and the other one was like 620 or something. I'm looking forward to seeing where Faith will go in this one, hoping she won't be as stupid as she was in the first book, but I'm sure it will be entertaining nonetheless. And then last but certainly not least, I got Darkfever by Karen Marie Moning, and this is the first book in her Fever series, and I've heard so many good things about this series. I wanted to pick it up for ages, but somehow I just didn't, and now I have picked up the first book. It's an adult series about fairies, if I'm correct. Heard nothing but good things about the series, so I think it's about time that I start this one. So yeah, that's everything that I got in my mailbox this week. Let me know in the comments below what you got in your mailbox this week, and leave me some standalone suggestions, please, if you have any. And yeah, that's it for now, and I'll talk to you guys later.